I sat frozen in place as I tried to wrap my head around my parents' words. I was almost aborted. My name is Josiah Presley, and this is my almost aborted story. Until that moment, I thought I knew my story. My parents, they courageously adopted my sister and I from South Korea, knowing I would come with some special needs. But what I learned that day at 13 was there's more to my story. My birth mother had undergone an abortion in her first trimester of pregnancy with me. This possibly caused my right arm to be deformed. And 3 months later, she found out that my abortion had failed and she was still pregnant with me. My birth mother had a decision to make, but miraculously, she chose to give birth. From there, I spent 13 months in a foster home until ultimately I was adopted by my parents from the US. My dad was a pastor and my mom volunteered at the pregnancy center. Despite the joy I have in knowing that I was loved enough to be adopted, there's nothing that quite describes holding the pain that your birth mother didn't want you. And this was on top of my already 13-year-old body image issues I had about my deformed arm. My arm, it became a symbol that I was disposable. I began to feel broken. Then I knew I had my own decision to make. I could sit in the pain of the past, wondering what if I didn't exist? Or I could see the miracle of how God intervened for my mother and I. That my identity is not found in how others view me, but in Jesus, who sees me for who I am. I know I am valuable, unrepeatable, and unconditionally loved by the God who created the universe. My body may have been broken, but my heart didn't have to stay that way. So I surrendered. God never abandoned me. He was with me at my mother's abortion appointment, there when I was born with a deformed arm, in the foster home, and with my parents as they adopted me and brought me to my life here in America. In those times of grief and pain, learning the truth of my birth story, some people might say I would have been better off dead, that it would have been better if I were aborted. But today, I wake up grateful. Now I am able to help other young people find their identity and value in the love of Jesus, affirming the value that every person has because they're created in the image of God. I was almost aborted, but I am worthy, loved, and valuable. And so are you.